Uncovering the legendary treasure that Oak Island is said to hold is the objective of the squad this time. During their exploration of Smith's Cave, they come across an empty spot at a height of precisely 90 feet. Within this space, they find an ancient, deteriorating ladder that vanishes into the shadows of a tunnel beneath the sea. They feel that this ladder is either a relic from previous hunters or a warning of a curse. According to the legends of the island, there is a chilling story about lives that were lost and the necessity of claiming the riches. As they continue to dig deeper, they discover a target bore hole with a comma of 111.5 comma, which they believe to be the key to the treasure. Marty, who had previously been there, finds an ancient ladder hand-carved by someone. The drill screams against the earth, inch by inch, biting through dirt rock, and whatever secrets lay below. As they drill deeper, they find an open space with silence falling over the team. They have just punched through into something. A chamber or tunnel. And it is unknown. What it is, they fill a tube with the unknown, which they believe is part of something bigger. They crack open the tube, finding gold in the wood. The team is on the right track and they map out 12 more boreholes, each one a different type of treasure. As the quest for the treasure proceeds, the team remains resolute in their endeavor to unearth the riches that has been concealed on Oak Island. Together, Rick and Peter Romke make up a treasure team. On Oak Island, a group of hunters unearths a mystery treasure. They find a stone wall, coins, and a U-shaped structure that resembles old secret groups such as the Knights Templar. Additionally, they have discovered an old cross made of lead, which may be connected to the Knights Templar. Additional discoveries, such as old coins and tools, add to the mystery. As each season of exploration passes, the brothers continue to search every nook and cranny of the island using cutting-edge technology to look deep into the ground and underwater for clues. They discover more traces of gold in the waters of the island, which may be an indication that the treasure is close at hand, or that the island is playing a trick on them to lead them deeper into its mysteries. They intend to dig deeper than they ever have before, but they must exercise caution because the legend of the island warns of danger, and 6 lives have already been lost. Oak Island's treasure is not just about finding gold, it's also about uncovering the island's history and the mysterious nature of the island. The Lagena brothers are embarking on a quest to uncover the secrets of Oak Island, a mysterious island that has been a subject of fascination for centuries. They are determined to uncover the island's past and discover the secrets that have been left behind by its past explorers. Their search is driven by the desire to unlock the secrets of the island's past, which has been untold for generations. The legendary hidden tunnel of Oak Island is one of the most important discoveries. This tunnel has been missing for more than 200 years, and the crew is desperate to find out what it is that it is hiding. In 2 new sites that they have referred to as boreholes, 8 1/2 and 13 1/2, they have found a 10th vacant space beneath the ground underground. Some people believe that the tunnels are concealed beneath the surface of the earth, potentially connected to a famous location on the island known as the Garden Shaft. As they continue their quest, they come across an antique cross that is buried deep within the earth. The team's irritation is growing as they continue to dig, wondering if they are digging in the appropriate location. Despite their efforts, there are stories that claim the garden shaft could house the treasure that has been missing for a very long time. Air bubbles appear in the soil as they drill, suggesting that there might be man-made tunnels hidden below the surface. This raises the possibility that they may be close to the treasure. The Lagena brothers and their team were excited about the possibility of finding treasure on Oak Island. They collected water samples near air bubbles and analyzed the water to find clues about what might be hidden beneath the island. They partnered with the Duma Mining Company to help dig safely and efficient Wreck L. They discovered that water was rushing into the shafts from the land side, which could be a hint that they were getting close to flood tunnels. Belied to protect the treasure, the team decided to reinforce the shafts with concrete to stop the water from flooding in and make it safer to dig deeper. The Duma Mining Company reassured them that after the renovations, they would be able to explore the shafts in the safest conditions possible. The team was eager to find the original money pit, which was at the heart of Oak Island's mystery and legend. The team knew that each artifact they uncovered could tell a bigger story. They were digging into history, who had come to Oak Island and what had left behind. Some believed that the Knights Templar, a group of religious warriors from the Middle Ages, might have hidden their treasure on the island. The Lagena brothers were determined to keep going. knowing that many explorers had tried and failed before them. Their journey was about uncovering the secrets of Oak Island secrets that had been buried for centuries.
5 inches thick. It was formed of a substance that mimics clay and has a particular pattern on one side. In the pattern, a flower or plant was observed. The Lagena brothers claim the ceramic piece may have come from a jug used to transport wine or other liquids. This would prove that humans were residing on Oak Island in the 17th century, since it would show where the treasure could be buried. They have made several fascinating discoveries in their search, including several Roman artifacts. A lead sword is among the most important Roman artifacts that the Lagena brothers unearthed. And, to everyone's surprise, Smith's Cove is where the sword was located. The sword is assumed to have been manufactured in Italy and dates to the 1st or 2nd century AD, which is ornamented with several motifs, including a dolphin and a trident, and it is in generally good shape. The pottery fragment is another remarkable Roman artifact that the Lagena brothers unearthed. It was discovered in the island's Money Pit region and supposed to have been produced in France and dates to the 4th or 5th century AD. On the other hand, it was decorated with symbols, including a cross and a sundial. The brothers discovered several other Roman artifacts on Oak Island beside the lead sword and the piece of pottery. Coins, nails, and jewelry are some of these relics. Some people think that Oak Island was previously visited by Roman explorers because of the existence of these Roman articles. A reality television series called The Curse of Oak Island follows the hunt for riches on Oak Island. The brothers Rick and Marty Lagena, who have been looking for the loot for more than 10 years, are followed throughout the series. The Lagena brothers and their gang continued their hunt for riches on the mysterious island in the most recent episode of The Curse of Oak Island, picking up where the previous one left off. The crew concentrated on the marsh in this episode because it was the location of several intriguing artifacts they had previously discovered, including a lead cross and a stone with the Latin inscription 70 feet below. They were able to locate several abnormalities in the swamp using a range of techniques, including sonar and ground-penetrating radar, which they suspect might represent the remnants of buried buildings. One of the most intriguing oddities is a big rectangular object around 70 feet below the surface. The crew is excited to dig into this to see what they uncover, since they think it may be a treasure box. The crew must not harm what they seek, since the marsh is challenging and dangerous. Eventually, they excavated a tiny area of the item, but could not see what was within. In a later episode, they will have to go back to the swamp to carry on their hunt. Yet, the crew made modest strides on other parts of the island. They started digging a new shaft close to the marsh and continued to drill in the Money Pit location. The crew made some progress in their hunt for riches, even though they made no significant finds in this episode. They are optimistic that the forthcoming episodes will include something important. As more proof that Oak Island has long been the location of covert operations, or more precisely, clichés, the presence of a nearby treasure, the researchers also discovered traces of earlier human activity. That's not it, though. The real deal was the map they found on the island, which dated back to 1647. It was a French copy, with the labels hatch, valve, and anchor, suggested significant connections. In particular, it suggested that the money may have come from Africa, raising the intrigue around Oak Island. The brothers are convinced this map will point them toward their lost money. The series has followed their journey for over a decade, and it will be interesting to see if they can finally solve the mystery. The story goes that, in 1795, while on an adventure on the island, a group of boys around the age of 13 discovered a dip in the earth. They began digging since they believed it to be a fake hole, and as they dug, they found multiple layers of wood and other things. Yet, a mysterious flood stopped them in their tracks, filling the hole with water and blocking any further excavation. As soon as word of the discovery spread, treasure seekers from all over the world flocked to Oak Island to look for the loot. The Onslow Company, a group of financiers, organized the first orderly excavation of the Money Pit in the year 1803. This specific team was able to dig down to a depth of 90 feet before the flooding, which happened in the pit once more, hampered their attempts. Meanwhile, the excavations were permanently halted in 1909 as the Oak Island Treasure Company went out of business. Since then, several other parties have tried to find the treasure buried on Oak Island, But the riddle of the money pit has remained unsolved to this day.